So last time we played, Click had trouble scrying on Push, so the party took the night off and had fun at the bar. Oh, I see. We're not using character names in this. So Eric and John rolled on the carousing table, and the rest of the party goes to bed after having a few drinks. But for Meepo and Oliver, Oliver woke up in a
Don't
bed.
just read the sheep, dude. Gosh,
Huh?
it hurts.
What?
Never mind. It's fine.
Hey, you said read the sheet. That's what I'm doing. I'm reading
I
the
didn't
sheet.
say read the sheet. I said give the recap.
No, you said read the sheet, actually.
Did I?
Yeah.
You did.
You have to read the sheet weekly, but like
You said all you
well,
got to do is
you got to
read the
summarize that thing in your words, not plagiarize it.
Yep.
Read the sheet. Don't plagiarize the sheet.
Hey, I can do it as long as I give credit to where credit is due.
Sure.
Oliver woke up in the
No.
bed of a beautiful woman in another part of the city and then quietly snuck out. Meepo woke up in an alley being poked with a stick by some kids. Meepo grabbed the stick and attacked the slowest child with it as the others ran away. Meepo then realized that his cloak was missing. Both of them found their way back to the tavern with the rest of the party. And to paraphrase the rest, because I'm not going to read all of it, we went on an adventure and we found it in one of the wind machines. I forget what you called it. And we distracted the guard and we got his cloak back, and that is how we ended the day.
Yay.
That's not quite how you ended the day.
What'd I miss?
You missed the part where you planned on what to do the next day.
Yes, and then we planned on what to do the next day.
We were gonna do more scrying, weren't we?
So what did we plan on doing the next day?
There's some communing, probably.
Yeah, so I still tried to
Because Scribe is not working.
yeah, I did try to scry again, and I got a clearer image, but did not succeed. And I don't think I communed. Did I commune?
No, you were not able to commune because you said your spell was not.
Yeah, I didn't prepare that spell because I replaced it with scry.
So
Okay.
I want to
that
know
is
more
where we're
about
at.
this woman. Oliver.
If all right, we're in character right now. Levi is pestering Oliver in the tavern.
For the woman? Well, she's a. What are they called? They are. She had beautiful blue skin, white hair.
I believe it was an air genasi. Is that correct,
Air genasi, yes.
Logan?
Correct.
She was a beautiful air genasi, but I never quite got her name. But that's
You
what made it
spent
more
the
Well,
night
you
magical.
with her?
snuck out, so no wonder you didn't.
Yeah, of course I snuck out.
Were they blue all over?
Everywhere. Well, except for the white hair, which there wasn't much of.
Lovely description.
Thank you.
So, Click, how long is it going to take before you're ready again?
Unfortunately, it's going to take until tomorrow morning. I wish I could prepare the spell now, but unfortunately, I can't. I recognize it as frustrating. Let me do a thorough search real quick, see if I have anything that could potentially help. This is the only thing I don't like about clerics is the fact that I can't change spells on a whim.
It's faster than, rangers or prepared spells.
Yeah.
Take it up
This
with
wish
your
was
god.
kind of like druids, because don't druids have a way of preparing spells without having to do a long rest?
No, I think druids are in the same boat.
Are they now?
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking that they could change spells like at an earlier time. They would just cost them something to do so.
I wouldn't know because I get confused with BG3 and D&D, the changes. So
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, you could just do it out of combat. Oh wait, no, wrong game.
So we think, or do not think, that Push is on this plane.
We know that Push is on the plane.
Last time you checked.
All right. Well, at least that's a start. At least we know he's still here.
Yeah.
Have we
So-
asked around if anybody's seen him?
You know, we haven't done that yet, Levi. We could try that. It would give us something to do besides drinking again.
That
Katia says, looking at Oliver and then Meepo.
I do not need your judgment.
You don't have my judgment. You have my concern.
Do not need your concern.
I'm okay with
Point.
asking around there.
He
Hopefully
should stand
we
out
can
as he
help.
is. Hey!
What the hell?
No, nothing. You.
Where were we? Oh, wasn't there something else we wanted to look into?
Well, we got. Was it where we, when we got the cloak back? Was it where we were standing outside of to get the cloak?
I don't understand the question.
I don't understand it either. You're asking if there was something else we were doing, and I thought we were doing something when we acquired the cloak.
You were
That's
walking. You had walked around the city and found a sculpture, one of the wind sculptures, where as the wind blows through it,
Oh.
it makes whistling sounds.
That's right.
Yeah. No. What I'm referring to is something else.
I can't recall.
I guess it wasn't important. If none of us can remember what else we were thinking about from yesterday.
Yeah, that's ominous.
I'm just thinking about what again? Sorry, I'm dealing with my girlfriend's dog pissing.
Oh, uh-oh. Katia said, wasn't there something else we wanted to look into?
Are we talking about the smugglers?
Right, the smugglers.
Mm-hmm. We had overheard when we came in.
Yeah.
We heard them in Thieves' Camp. I'm trying to remember. Sorry, it's been like 3 weeks since we met them.
Yeah, you said something about them, Meepo.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Don't try to remember what I overheard them saying. I remember they had gotten a shipment. They were talking slang. Something about fish. Stretching my brain here. I think they something about 2 days from that. Then, am I recalling correctly, Logan?
Are you calling her correctly?
I'm hoping to.
This is why notes help, man.
3 weeks, man.
It is the written word, and the recorded voice, and the summary.
I don't remember it. God dang it. Damn dog.
Well, if we can't remember anything about that, then I guess we can go ask around about Push, Levi.
Hey, y'all know any smugglers?
You certainly don't look like cops right now.
Anyone know any launch codes?
Because they definitely won't think you're cops.
No.
Have we seen the head guy?
Who's the head guy?
I can't remember. Governor, the guy, the head.
The Grand Duke?
Yes.
No, you have not met the Grand Duke.
Should we?
Click, you would be able to answer this question.
Sorry, what was the question? I was trying to look through to see if there was anything I could offer. You were asking about the Grand Duke. Hello, can you hear me?
Have we seen him? Have we?
No, you guys have not seen him.
Should we see him?
I mean, he is a public figure. There are times where he's open to taking meetings and requests from public individuals. However, there's a process with paperwork and, filing the things. And like people go and see him for the pettiest of things and severe things. So unless it's an absolute emergency, it may be difficult for us to get an urgent meeting in.
Well, wouldn't you consider what Push is doing in an emergency?
Yes, but do we have any proof of what he's doing?
That he stole a giant, a giant thing from us and ran off with the dragon, I think.
Now, I don't know as Chris, but we've had his journal for a while. Is there evidence in said journal?
All right. Now that you guys are going to look inside the journal again, it's been at least a few days since you've pondered at this closely. Can I get a intelligence check, please? Make it with advantage since you've had the journal in your hands for so long.
Would that be me or somebody else?
Godspeed, Chris.
Okay, sure. You said intelligence?
Yeah.
Great. +1. Here we go.
Same as mine.
First one's a 7. Surely I can't roll any lower.
You
That's a
literally
15. Hey, I only roll low when I'm dying. If it's
This is
anything
why I
else,
was
it's
so
like
lucky.
mediocre.
This is why I have lucky feet.
Okay. So is that a combined 15?
Yes, that's the 14 +1.
Okay. So, you've been reading in this journal. A lot of it is just like day-to-day ramblings about the weather and stuff. The stuff that's caught your attention before was when he was describing like a specific kind of plant growth and where he had planted it. There was mentions of villages where you guys know that there have been outbreaks of a yellow powdery sickness. Usually it would cause the people that got sick with it to cough up like a yellow discharge.
Phlegm.
Yeah.
I think I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. Katya, as you're going over this again, her face darkens as you mentioned Daggerford, because Daggerford was one of the places that got infected. And then towards the end of the book, it talked about troop movements and where he was going to be in when this was written. It was said like 2 weeks time.
Okay.
Now, was there anything specific you were trying to search for?
I was trying to see if there was like anything we could use to help show the importance and the urgency of needing to meet with the Grand Duke.
Did he fill a monologue into this diary?
Not so quite. There was no ongoing soliloquies. I used to be able to say that word a lot easier.
Soliloquy.
Soliloquy. Yes, there are no soliloquies in here, but knowing what you know about stuff that has happened in the prime material plane, you can put 2 and 2 together. Push was the one who set up the gigantic mushroom in oh, what is the exact name? It's the mirror, not the Mirror of Dead Men. That's where he abducted his castle.
It was in that swamp area, right? The
Yeah,
between near the orc lands
it was
that they were running from, right?
no. That was when he poisoned a tree in the high forest. We're talking about the marsh of Kelember.
Where we found the black dragon corpse.
Yep, where you found the black dragon corpse and a banshee that was the tormented spirit of one of the fighting four.
Fun.
All right, so there's a chance that we can definitely sway it and try and get an audience with him today. However, I am not so cunning with the tongue. Is anybody else skilled in that area?
Catchy says that.
Which area?
Yeah,
Meepo will do it.
Skilled with the tongue.
Catchy kind of blushes. It's like that is a weird way to say that.
Phrasing.
I mean, like I guess it makes sense that you can't talk very well.
Meepo shall do it.
I don't see the confusion. But okay.
Catchy does not explain. It's like you'll know when you're older.
Yeah.
Okay. You realize never mind. We're not gonna go there.
Well, I know you're an adult, but you're also like what?
I am 3, thank you very much. I am not that old.
All right.
I am not ready to have a midlife crisis yet.
Well,
But yeah, I mean, if anybody's feels like they're good at speaking,
I'll be right back.
oh, kid woke up.
Hello.
Get him back to bed.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, when I left, we were talking about going to see the Grand Duke.
Okay.
I
We'll
mean,
go to the Grand.
would it benefit us?
well,
I mean,
I mean, the Grand Duke has access to the local law enforcement and other governing agencies, so it may do us good to try and get on his good side. Maybe they've seen some things or have heard some things, and like I said, if somebody is cunning and eloquent with their words.
Well, then I
Maybe
don't think we want
it out.
Meepo to do it.
Yes, I am the most eloquent one.
We'll
Disagree.
end up in jail.
I can be very persuasive.
Yeah, you can also been the most likely to land in jail.
Acceptable risk.
I
You
can
have
try
almost
and talk
died.
to him.
You have almost died a few times, Meepo.
A few. Just a few. Meepo can be very convincing. Just give me a dagger in my hand.
I can try and talk to him, I guess. Be a spokesperson.
Okay.
You do have the highest charisma in the group.
Slightly.
And I have reliable talent.
So, how do we go about getting this audience? Do we just walk up to the door and knock?
I mean, we got to go to the main building, and we'll go to the application center, and then we will request to speak with one of the high security personnel. We will explain to them our case, and if they deem it urgent enough, then they will help us bypass all the others seeking audience, and will grant us an audience with him.
Okay, well, lead away and I will follow you.
I lead us to the center halls where the Grand Duke's office resides.
Okay. So make a history check.
With advantage?
No, you've not been here before.
And it shows. That's a 10.
We
So-
went to the back door.
So you guys follow Click. At first, Click is strutting very confidently, but you notice that he's starting. You pass by the same shops once or twice. You see some vendors that call out to you because you've passed them 3 times now. You're pretty sure Click doesn't know where he's going.
Click, haven't we gone this way once or twice?
3 times according to my count.
And you weren't going to say anything and we were going to go forth?
Well, I was leading on such a strong note. I was afraid of the awkwardness of having to admit that I don't technically know where this place is located. I've only heard about it through tales and when I studied the local history back when I was in school.
Just ask for directions, man.
But Click, you don't have to do that with us.
Yeah, but it's so whenever we're at your all's plane, you all seem to know where everything is just about. I don't think we've gotten lost once since. And so this is, my plane, and you all have never been here. I'm the only one that's been here. So I'm just trying to I'm the one that's supposed to know where all the stuff is. But then we ended up getting swooped in, and we're here, and fine, I'm going to ask for directions.
Ask for directions.
So I walk
Thanks,
up
Dad.
to one of the one of the outdoor vendors, and I say, "Hi, could you tell me where I can find the great halls where the Grand Duke's office is? I'm a little lost."
I'll say you're several floors off.
Yeah, can you give me some directions, please? Or if you have a brochure with a map, that would be great.
A map. Tourist.
A big sign that says "You are here."
Yes.
Yeah. So we went to an amusement park. They don't do paper maps anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they make you use your
That's
phone.
weird.
Yeah, Universal did that. Make you use your phone, and so did Zoo in Omaha.
Yep.
Make you use your phone.
I had no idea.
It sucks.
I imagine it's because that's the last place I want to pull my phone out is when I'm at an amusement park.
Yep.
Especially like if you're there in the middle of the summer, so you know your phone's going to heat up while trying to use the apps.
You must have an Apple.
Nope, Android.
And Android doesn't have that issues.
Depends on how old they are. I find
Oh,
that
sure.
like at a certain point they do get to that, regardless of what generation they are. But I mean, it doesn't heat up to the point where it's horrible. Like my Android every now and then will give me a result that or a message that says warning battery getting too hot. And then if it gets so bad, it'll shut itself off until it cools.
All right, so we need to go up again.
And again, says the teller.
And of course, there's no elevators.
Nope. City
Hey,
wasn't
Simon.
built. City wasn't built for walkies.
Has
That's
there been
all
any
right.
other man here not too long ago that was a walkie?
You got to be more specific. Y'all look alike to
He
me.
liked mushrooms a lot.
No, I don't recall any walkie who asked about mushrooms.
Monkeys in general, but okay, understood.
Okay, so where's the nearest hole that we can go through to the next level?
Just make a general survival check, I guess, because this would be pathfinding.
I can't see any holes from here. I rolled a 6.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping she can tell me, or the whatever gender the shopkeeper was.
Oh, they gave you the directions. It was just like trying to actually find it is what the survival roll was for.
Well, apparently we need more directions.
Yeah. It's you guys had, spent most of your morning getting the cloak back and dealing with all those shenanigans. So right now it's about lunchtime. It takes you a solid hour of walking around to finally find the ascension hole.
The ascension hole.
That sounds. I don't know.
What do you want me to call it?
I don't know.
Just saying the ascension hole sounds funny.
Is there a descension hole?
That would be from the top. Alright, so I assume we get there and use it like we have in the past?
Oh yeah. There's plenty of calls of laughter and stuff like that.
Yeah, laugh it up, people.
They do.
And then once we get up there, we ask again for the next ascension hole.
Yep. And once you get up there, you realize that looking around, it's much part of the same city as before. It's a bit nicer though, the buildings that are carved out of the stone of this mountain look like they've taken an extra bit of care. You see people that are actively going around and cleaning the streets and the walls.
All right. I guess the next thing is to keep asking and moving up.
Yep. All right, another survival check. This will be for the whole shebang.
From which of us?
Who's leading?
We can't find crap. A
I'm
5.
not- Well,
There's just way too much for us to look at.
we both could climb just fine.
But you're not leading.
True.
All right, so what did you get, Levi?
A 5. Even worse than last time.
Okay. All right. It's well into the afternoon trying to navigate this city. Okay. What is your passive perception, Levi?
Levi's passive perception is 15.
Okay. The crowd is rather intense as you've been climbing all day, and you'll notice like as you ascend each level, each space is kind of the ceiling is higher and higher up. You can still look out horizontally and see the large expanse of the plane of air, but there's also a flickering blue light as you get closer to the edge, and you can see the towers that you spotted on your flight into the city have these glowing blue crystals, and again, as you're ascending, the lights from these crystals get brighter. You finally arrive at what could be considered the keep of Typhon City. Just at the very top of the mountain, they're surrounded by the towers with these crystals that you've been watching get larger as you ascend, is this glorious fortress. It's like there's what it does remind you of the ones that you've seen back home. You know, there are battlements with gigantic ballista facing out in every direction. These ballista are flanking these towers with the blue lights. And there is a very ornate door made of looks like shining steel carved into it with silver inlay. It's like without the direct presence of a sun, it is still twinkling bright. You almost have to shield your eyes slightly as you approach the gate.
I wonder what's the purpose of castle wall type stuff when everyone can fly. Which is cool.
Do you ask this out loud?
Yes.
Does anybody answer him?
Yes. So the reason for the castle-like walls, even though a lot of us can fly, is because it does eliminate or it narrows down ways of people to come at us. So, you know, just because we fly doesn't mean we can't walk, as you have noticed. So this forces us enemies to take an aerial style of attack, which means that we can predict it, which allows our defenses to heavily focus on said aerial attacks. However, the problem that this leads to and has been exploited in past wars in the elemental plane of air in various areas is the fact that because the defense is so focused in aerial attacks, ground defense is not always as equally equipped.
They'll never see it coming.
Right. Nobody ever suspected the Aarakocra Inquisition.
5 foot.
Hey, Click, make a history check.
Absolutely. I rolled the exact same number as the last time, so it's another 10.
Click. You also know that those towers are a part of a defensive perimeter. You were always told by your parents to never fly except at the ascension points in Typhon City.
Yes, I relay this information explaining that we were also told that like we can't fly except for at the ascension points.
What happens if you do?
Bad things.
Maybe you hit your head.
Interesting.
All right. The towering walls are above you.
Proceed to knock on the door if they're not already open during
No,
the day.
the gates are closed. In fact, there are guards standing there. These guards are in bits of light armor, leather with key pieces of harder protection in vital areas. They seem to be wearing like a thin metal cuirass.
Well, I want to just go up to them and ask, if we can. Basically, we need to see the Duke. It's Duke, right? High Duke?
Yes.
Grand Duke.
Grand Duke.
It is a great emergency.
Well, I don't mention a great emergency yet.
It'll make them see us faster.
But it is of utmost importance.
Yes, we need to speak with one of the high security personnel to review our case.
The two guards look at each other and exchange a look. Have you filled out triplicate form 1032C and 156B?
It is emergency.
We haven't had time to do that because it is a possible emergency against the plane of air. I assume they know they're in the plane of air, correct?
Yes, they know.
Okay. Well, it's just like, people where we come from. What plane are we on normally?
Material.
The material plane?
Prime material is what some people call it.
Okay. Well, I will say on this plane of existence.
Dangerous fugitive has fled to your plane
Yep.
from the prime material, and we are in pursuit. He carries with him a great dangerous object.
Make an insight check.
Me? Ian?
Me 17.
The guards look unimpressed, rather bemused. Sorry, if you do not fill out the appropriate forms, the Wind Duke cannot see you today.
I send Maze and Katya to fill out the forms while I still try and convince these people to let us in.
Katya says, like, where do we go to fill out the forms?
And I look at the guards and hoping, they're going to come out with the answer.
You should have picked up the forms 3 levels down at the.
Send the Eric Coker to go get them.
Yep. If it's 3 levels down, we'll send Click.
I will go and grab the forms.
Okay. So Click runs off by himself, right?
Can Click take Meepo? He can fly with Meepo, can't he?
Me.
Or,
I mean,
or would Maze be better? Maze might be better if Click can go up and down with Maze.
I don't know if you can carry me, and I'm just here as an observer.
You're more than an observer.
Observer.
Now. You're in on all of this.
You're on the shit, buddy.
I ain't your buddy, pal. It's like you've been very mean to me.
You are my buddy, my pal buddy.
But then back to okay, so take Meepo then, Click.
All right, I can do that.
Hey, which forms do we need?
What were the forms? I asked one of the guards.
1342A, 156B.
I'm
Okay.
gonna write this down because knowing Logan.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Chris. Yeah, you write it down.
134 what? 134A? Is that what you said?
Is that what I said?
Help me out here, Logan.
Guard, please repeat. Didn't quite catch that.
I think it was a B first and then an A.
You know what? Screw it. We're just gonna grab all the forms. Let's go.
That's a lot of forms.
That's okay.
Guard, please repeat. Which forms we need?
1342A, 156B.
1342A 156B. Yes, Chris, write those in the chat. So you remember.
There we go.
All right, and while they're
And
gone,
how many do we need? You said something in triplicate?
those are triplicate forms. he
Okay.
said. So
Make sure they're
while they're gone, I still want to continue to try and stress the importance, because everything that we've seen puts everybody's lives at risk.
Ah, yes, and the next squall could possibly blow us all off this mountain.
If there is a mountain left after what I tell the Grand Duke.
All right, this is going to be a very high persuasion roll. Very high.
That's why I should be doing this.
19 or 17.
We cannot let you in without the proper form.
Can't believe I rolled
Giant
so
Mythallar.
low. It is imperative, though. I will try one. I will try once more. It is imperative. We've got to get in to see the Grand Duke. They're filling out the papers. Go ahead and get the whatever Click said they are. Let me talk to them.
Okay, so Click, I need you to make a survival check.
Survival. Here we go. This is gonna be great.
Why do you need
Nothing can
survival
go
check?
wrong.
You could fly.
We got this.
What's he trying to survive?
We are men on missions. That's
What's he trying to survive, Logan?
No, survival.
Yeah.
Survival is not just like, you're out in the woods and you build a shelter. It's also reading a map and holding your location and holding your direction.
Oh Lord.
And this is a complex city that none of you have been to. What'd you get? Click
18.
18. All right. Now, I gotta ask, are you walking there?
Now my understanding is like I can't fly, right?
You were told to never fly except at the ascension points.
Yeah, then I'm abiding by the rules, but I am running. I'm not flying. I am running though, so I'm moving quickly.
Okay. All right. With an 18, you do
Wait,
go.
hold on. I'm trying to wonder this because with birds, I can't think of a bird that actually runs.
There are several.
Roadrunner.
Roadrunner.
An ostrich.
Or
Okay.
emu.
An emu.
Desert owls.
I stand
Oh, yeah.
corrected. There are lots of birds that run.
Those little ones that run on the sand. I don't remember what they're called. You got tiny little legs.
Either way, you do have a walking speed. It is slower than Meepo, so Meepo might leave you behind if he's not.
You're slower than me?
Walking wise, my speed's 25.
Damn. You're
Yeah.
slow. You're really slow.
Hey, go for it with a 50-foot fly speed.
What if he flew but like just like inches above the ground? Like hover.
Well, I thought about that, but I also don't want to cause us to be delayed any longer.
Fair enough.
Okay. So, once you get 3 levels down, where do you go?
We go to the thing.
What thing?
The where the office is.
Do you know where that
I
is?
gotta go kill a bug.
Okay. Meepo, do
Kill
you
that
know where
bug.
that office is?
He said 3 floors down. So we'll go 3 floors down, then ask for directions to the office.
Okay. Roll quick persuasion.
Me?
Yeah. Since Chris is killing a bug.
Okay. Uh, 23.
You go up to this elderly looking woman. She is a Air Genasi, just like the majority of this city. But her skin has become like almost like aquamarine. It's kind of you would assume it's like she's gotten older. The deep blue is faded and shifted with the green, and there are wrinkles on her face. And you ask her, "Excuse me, can you tell us where where we pick up the forms to see the Duke?" And she's like, "Oh." She's like, she puts her hand gently on your arm. They were messing with you, dear. There's no government office on this floor.
Is it on another floor?
They don't let people see the Duke. The Duke has to decide he wants to see you.
All right. Well. All right. Click. Turn around. Going back up.
Wait, we're going back up?
Yep. I got some guards to punch in the dick. Hope they brought their cod piece.
So they lied to us.
By the way, do you have any papers, real quick? Any like random papers I could write something on?
Who, me?
I've got some scrolls I can sell you. It's like
Chris, do you have any just random paper I can write on real quick?
in game.
Yes. Chris.
So wait, did they lie to us?
Chris, do you have any papers I can write on real quick?
Yeah, yes. I got papers.
Okay, I'm going to take a pen and paper. I'm going to write something down on a piece of paper real quick and then fold it up and stow it. And then tell them we need to head back.
Do I need to tell Levi to punch him in the dick?
No, you're good.
Okay.
We're going to head back, Logan.
Okay. So going back up, you don't need to do the survival check. You are able to come back. It's you guys see Click and Meepo come back after about an hour or so.
God, what took you guys long enough?
It was really difficult to find, but we got it. Okay.
All right.
Meepo's like panting and walks up to the guard with the piece of paper.
Here you go.
Hold
Here's
it.
the paper.
It's like the guard takes it, looks at it.
When he opens it up, it just says "fuck you," and while he's reading it, Meepo's just gonna punch him in the dick.
All right, make an attack roll.
All right. Would this be just a straight D20? I don't know.
It's strength-based attack roll.
So not
are you-
great.
Are you proficient?
No.
Are you proficient in punching people in the dick?
Punching people in the dick. I mean, Meepo has the perfect height for it, so he has lots of experience doing it.
So he should have advantage on that.
And he's also distracted. He doesn't see it coming.
Yeah,
The
just
paper's between me and him. He can't see me. I'm below the paper.
all right. Go ahead and make your attack. It is going to be a strength roll.
A 2. I'm gonna lucky that. Just because I can. A 3, so I'm gonna lucky that again. Wow. A 6. I'm gonna lucky that again just because I can. Just because I want this to succeed. I must manifest it. A 2. What the fuck? A 4, a 5, an 8, a 4. Wow, can't even get average. That's bad.
That's bad.
That's some
You know,
really
they
shitty
did
rolls.
update. They did update this platform, so
Why?
Yeah,
Maybe.
we rolled an 18 earlier.
oh yeah.
Everything else has been below 8.
4,
since then,
5,
but
8, and 4. Wow. Okay.
A quick mundane question: Is your luck, is that based on your class or your race?
That is a ability.
That's a feat I took.
Oh, a feat. Okay, thanks.
So lucky.
his luck was apparently not lucky.
Apparently, shit. I
It's
think
a feat
4
you thought
rolls,
you
I would
took.
get something above.
Something above a
average.
10.
Jesus.
Okay. So as he's looking at the paper, there's a slight sound. He just kind of looks down. There's Meepo with an angry eyes. It's like, okay, very funny. If you cannot return with the proper forms, I'm afraid the Wind Duke will not see you today.
The forms don't exist.
What are you talking about, Meepo?
The forms don't exist.
I want to look at the guard, and even though I'm not going to do that, I want to manifest a Eldritch Blast in my hand and look very evil at him and say, "Did you lie to us?" in a loud, booming voice using Do I have it?
Intimidation.
Thaumaturgy?
Well, intimidation, but minor illusion to make my voice louder. But yes, with intimidation.
Okay. Roll intimidation.
15.
Everyone on this level of the city within earshot stops and looks at the party right now. Everyone has heard you. The guard, you can see him sweat a little bit. I'm sorry. If you don't have the proper forms, the Wind Duke will not see you.
Okay. In that case,
It's like
I-
you've clearly terrified him and he's talking, but he seems really stuck on you need the proper forms to see the Wind Duke.
I'm going to use my medallion of thoughts with my detect thoughts and go in and see if he's lying or not, or hiding it.
All right. Let's go a little bit deeper. So I have to make a save, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, he fails. So his surface level thoughts are like, oh God, oh God, oh God. What's a little bit deeper is like no one gets to see the Wind Duke. The whole papers thing is to keep people from asking because they've got to find the papers.
Okay. I want to look at him again and put an Eldritch Blast in my other hand as well.
So
And-
seeing that you are clearly threatening his partner's life, the other guard, because I did mention that there was two, right? If I
Yep.
didn't up,
Yes,
okay.
you did.
Lowers his spear. Is like cut the magic.
I look at the other guard and say, he is lying to us. We need to see the Duke, the Grand Duke.
I step in between.
I look at Katya
Guards,
and
what
smugly
race
say,
are
"See,
they?"
it's not us, me who's getting us arrested this time."
Logan, what race are the guards?
Air Genasi.
Okay. Well, I don't speak Air Genasi. I was hoping for an Aarakocra. Anyway, I step in between and I say, look, we have traveled a very long way from insert name of plane here. Very long way. Trying to find this individual that means to do a lot of people a lot of harm. Not just on this plane, but on other planes. So there are countless innocent individuals, homes, and cities that will be destroyed. We have seen some of the devastation that this individual leaves in his wake. We have been searching for him for a long time. We have tracked him. We have chased him here to this plane. And we are tired. We have not slept decently in months. We have not ate grand food in a very long time. We have been on our feet. We have been stabbed. I have been shot at. I have had magic cast on me. I have witnessed friends almost die. I have almost died.
You did die.
I have met Serenetta face to face. Now you will let us in to see the Grand Duke, or so help me, I will step away, and I promise you, if he releases what is being held in his hand, no one is going to be able to resurrect you because there will not be a piece of ash left.
All right. So what kind of charisma based roll do you want to make with advantage there?
I will go with. Let's see. They're both the exact same. We'll go with persuasion
Okay.
because I don't think intimidation is in Click's nature, but he is very frustrated. Hey, that's a 21. Oh,
There's
you said advantage. Let me go ahead and roll one more time, just in case I might get that nat 20.
a
It's another 19.
oh. The guard holds, staring at Levi. The guard that Levi is pointing his blast at is standing there, like sweating profusely. It's like, tell him to drop the magic before, and we'll talk. Drop it now, or
And-
I call.
And I do. But when I do, I pull them back into me, and I start wandering in a small circle behind everybody.
You mean behind the party or the
yeah,
guard?
yeah, just to kind of get out of that situation, to decompress it.
Okay. So there's a moment of tense silence. All of the civilians are watching as you guys have created this incident at the gates. Meepo, what's your passive again?
My passive perception?
Yeah.
It is a +9, so a 19.
Okay. Meepo, you notice that there are more guards along the walls right now, looking down directly at you. They have not drawn arrows for their bows, but they seem primed to.
Guards along the wall is about probably what I would expect.
Yep. Good night, bud. You need to be in bed. It's 10 o'clock.
Good night again.
I had to go to the bathroom.
He knows he gets like almost unlimited get out of bed for the bathrooms. It's like, but it gets to a point where he abuses them.
That's every kid ever.
Yep. All right, so where was I?
You told Meepo about the guards haven't drawn their bows, but it looks like they're about to, or something like that.
Like they don't have arrows drawn, like as in pulled back, but they look like they're ready to. You know what I mean? They've got
Yeah.
their arrows knocked, but not pulled.
Gotcha.
You see some movement on top of the wall. Eventually, there's another group of guards that comes around on the side. It's like, you see one of them that is more finely decorated than the rest, and he starts shouting at the crowd to disperse. Nothing to see here. He says, like, you all caused quite a stir. If you wouldn't mind following me,